nothing is safe for LDLC, but they do have the economy to buy. They can make the full buy. I'm surprised they didn't go for more. I thought they would have gone for orbs and auto snipers here, because now it doesn't really matter how much they save or anything like that. Now they just need to spend all their money all the time. LDLC only need 2 rounds. It's very doable. We could well see overtime in this match here.
Certainly, that's definitely a possibility here, but LDLC seems like they want to be quick on their feet, fast to react. But the crowd is definitely waking up here now that the crowd favorite is on tournament point, title point here. NIP needs 1 round, and they will collect their 2nd major title. Forrest going for a bit of a peek, playing aggressively, finds the headshot. There's the entry, but Smith is in position to get the refrag. So LDLC not losing control quite yet.
Happy's got to be careful. He's playing with fire right now. Listen, AWP scoped up down there. If he walks out into it, it's all the opening in IP need. Now, they are making a lot of noise down here, but you can also tell on the minimap, they're sort of rotating back, so I'm thinking this is going to be an A push eventually. Exist, pretending still. But you see Freiburg with the bomb going back, and LDLC, they're still in position for this.
There's still time here, 35 seconds left, and now the smokes and the nades are going to go in. Molotov to clear out the back of the side. That's going to force them into the open, but GetRight can't quite find the angle to take advantage of that. Of course, he is the lurker extraordinaire, and that is exactly what he's going to do here, because the bomb is rotating back with 20 seconds left. They're going to go for the B side, but Happy has already cut them off. Exist is gone. It comes down to Michaelele, and there's the shot. Now Freiburg is off the table, but GetRight, lurker finds Smith, and this is all over the place, but LDLC will hold fast. And we are going to a 30th round here, Anders, on the 3rd map.
What a finals it is. It could not get any better than this, maybe except for some overtime. And now the crowd doesn't want it. They say no overtime. Straight victory is what they're looking for, but they might not get it. NIP, they've got 3 Molotovs, 1 CZ-75 on Michaelele, so there's not going to be any opening action from his point of view. What do you think, Samra? Is it time for a firebomb on that A-bomb site? Can they do it once more? It's worked at least a couple of times so far.
They need to be working together here, NIP. I mean, admire the ballsy play coming out from Forrest, you know, taking these fights, trying to create opportunities, but if they aren't working in tandem, it's not going to pan out. Now, NIP, they need to go in as a unit. When they have, it has worked marvelously well for them. So, can they actually execute here? LDLC still have plenty of stuff, but so do NIP. And with a minute left on this clock, the first nade is going to go raining into this A site, and this is it. NIP are setting up. There is no fake this time. It is going to be on A.
Forrest charging through the smoke. Kiyoshima takes 1 down. It may well be overtime. Smith is going to hit the follow-up. Michaelele then Shoxy with the kill. It's a 3, 2 on 4 now, and overtime is in effect. LDLC, they get the kills home. What a way to finish it here for the Frenchmen. Absolutely strong performance. No doubt at all in their minds that they were going to be able to do that.
An identical performance, in fact, from both teams. 11-4 in the first half, 11-4 in the second half. Nearly identical performance from both teams on this final map. This truly is a thing of beauty that we have here on our hands. This grand finals, these teams so evenly matched. That's huge.
Unbelievable.
Just huge, I mean, just huge. And a huge shout out to everybody tuning in now as well to witness history in the making here to close out the year with us here and NIP and LDLC battling it out.
This is as good as it gets. I believe the word was 306,000 on the Twitch channel. So if any of you out there have friends that aren't already watching, aren't already into the game, I've had a lot of tweets this weekend from people saying, well, I normally play League of Legends, I normally play Dota 2 or StarCraft, and I just happened to drop by in and watch some Counter-Strike, and now I'm hooked. Well, welcome to the community, all of you, because this is exactly why we tend to spend weekend after weekend watching this game. It's just too much fun. The overtime here, LDLC probably gonna have a bit of an advantage. This is a mental reset. They're on the more favorite side. They'll have the money to buy the equipment. I actually think LDLC have a good chance to close out And reminder again, it's the MR3 overtime, which means you play 3 rounds on the first half, then you switch halves, and you play another 3 rounds. So we're looking for the first team to get 4 rounds in total in the overtime. That's the first team to get 19 in total. That's the score you have to watch for, and they get 10,000 starting money. So that means when you're on the CT side, if you lose the first 2 rounds, you can't buy for the 3rd one. That's all you need to know about overtime in this format.
So we're about to get into it here. We're ticking down towards this first round of overtime. LDLC will remain on the CT side. NIP continue on the offense. NIP barreling towards this B site right now. I'm curious to see what they have in store for us here. Are they trying to catch LDLC off guard with some aggressive play? It does look like they want to force their way into sewers, get control of this portion of the map.
Yeah, but NBK spots it. That one jump over, we just saw the top of his face. NIP speeding up behind this, uncharacteristically fast here. Freiburg get a return kill, but it's NBK and Happy shutting it down quickly, and backup is being called for. They know this is a real push. Shocks will take down Freiburg, get right. Trying to find the angle through. It's not looking good right now. It's a 1-on-4 here. And NIP, their first attempt, not really connecting well enough. Get right will get a first impressive shot here. And if NIP, or sorry, if LDLC don't play this well, they could end up throwing a couple of kills away, and that's not cool either.
No, they're certainly not cool. They need to survive this round with as many rifles alive as possible, but both Shoxy and NBK are so very low. They're using all their gear right now to just buy more time, to put more pressure on Get Right. The key player here is Smith, though. He has full HP, and he has the long shot. Decides to peek out, verify where Get Right is still, and there's the Molotov to buy even more time, funneling Get Right up onto this site, into the waiting arms of the remaining LDLC members. Get Right just so patient in this situation. He finally has the bomb, but can he find a kill? He needs to find at least one, but it's going to be Shoxy getting the drop on him, and there we have it. LDLC will pick up this crucial CT round in the first round of overtime.
It's very good stuff, and I can tell there's at least a segment of the audience who are excited about LDLC playing well. They do also cheer for them, so it's not all for NIP right now, but that initial start's very good. And they saved the 3 rifles, which is also important. LDLC just securing the fact that they can buy for the full extent of the overtime.
So now that the brute force tactic has not proven effective, where do NIP take this battle? What haven't they tried throughout the first half?
Well, I would say what has worked throughout the first half, and that's the A push. LDLC has shown that they did manage to shut it down in the end, but maybe they are going to go back to what works. They're certainly making their way over here. They have the Molotov to back it up as well. Freiburg and also Exist. So I think we need to see if we can catch some of those grenades.
Flash is going through. This is just to set things off.
They could actually grenade Hiroshima. They have the HEs for it. It's hard for them to know. They tried it in the eco round.
That was a nice little peekaboo nade on Michael, but Michael is going to be perfectly fine here. 50 seconds left now, and a new smoke goes down to block off this choke point. There's one entrance onto this A site that is accessible to the T side, and right now LDLC are locking it down firmly.
This is all a patience game right here. NIP, they show a couple of grenades, then they wait, and they hope that LDLC think it's a fake, and that now everyone's rotating back to B, but in fact, they're not. Now Exist comes in with the follow-up Molotov any second, and that's going to be the cue to go. Now they're headed out, and actually LDLC have bought it. They're walking out of the bomb site. NIP sold this fake. Get Right takes down Smith. How did LDLC give this up? Get Right with a kill. Exist to take down Hiroshima. It's Happy and NBK. NIP. The ultimate salesman here. They just bought it hook, line, and sinker. And Happy's gonna be the last man left here, 1-on-5. That has got to be a mental breakdown from LDLC. That's the weight of the grand finals on the right here. Otherwise, they would not have made that mistake.
Now rotating over, I mean, this is a team that plays it to perfection. These sorts of rounds, that's their bread and butter. And for LDLC to crack now in the grand finals, they have to keep communicating. They have to keep the communication up here, LDLC. But because they won that first round, they will have enough money to buy fully here in the third. So it's not the end of the world here for LDLC. They can still finish this half up 1 round. They desperately need it. Seeing as how each team in regular time with 15 rounds could only take 4 T-side rounds. If NIP were allowed to take 2 of them here out of 3, it would be a humongous lead going into the second half of this overtime.
But even taking 1 out of 3, if you did that during regular time, it'd be the same as taking 5 rounds. So already NIP have done a very good job just getting the 1 in here. And the fashion in which they did it also has to be incredibly frustrating for LDLC. They could have probably held that bomb site if they hadn't fought that slight delay in time that NIP put in. They threw the first wave of grenades, then waited just long enough that LDLC decided, wait, they can't be coming, and then a second wave rained in, and that was it. 50 seconds left, and it's back to the A bomb site here for the Swedish ninjas.
Bomb is still floating around here. There is still Get Right doing his job, lurking on the other side of the map, and Freiburg is here to lend a hand. They're trying to sow confusion in the ranks once again here. LDLC this time around seem to be holding fast, however. Two solid defenders here on the A side. They're going to spot the bomb making its way in. Exist is gone. Smith with some very clean rifle work, annihilating the push. Forrest will roast him alive, however, as punishment, but Mikelele is going to step in. Point blank, he said. Point blank off, rather.
He's going to get the bomb down, but he's probably going to be alone. Freiburg will go down here. Now he's trapped in the back line with an AWP with a real chance to finish this. The shot as he jumps! NBK picked out of the sky, and now it's down to Mikelele here. Double kill, flashbang in. He's got the C-set. He charges in, and it's not enough. A great save from Happy there. That is so scary. Lightning fast reflexes coming out for Mikelele, but Happy's able to save his team. And they win 2 out of 3 rounds on the CT side, and that's absolutely crucial.
That is exactly. Now, NIP are perfectly capable of taking 3 rounds in a row. For that collapse to happen here, especially after such fine work coming in from Smith. Smith, of course, completely unaware that he was standing in a Molotov that entire time. Mikelele, however, here, this flick, that's a thing of beauty. NBK just jumping briefly to see if he can spot him out, but that 1 split second was enough for Mikelele to turn that into a very uncomfortable clutch scenario here. Now we move on into the second half of overtime. There's still a minute left for the teams to discuss tactics going into this swap, but this is everything now. LDLC, what do they do to catch NIP off guard in this crucial first round?
I always have a hard time deciding if this minute here feels like it's too short because you want more time, or if it feels like an infinity of time. You just need to get on with this, and maybe we should ask that in an interview question at one point, because right now the pressure is on, and the fact is that double overtime is not out of the question yet. This could continue to grow. 27 kills currently on Kyoshima. Now, he wasn't top fragging all the way through. Happy pulled the first half through. He played really well. Kyoshima, he sort of just slowly ramped it up, but then he kept cranking it up notch after notch and ended up way on top. It's been a remarkable game for him either way.
It certainly is. I believe he ended the first half with like five frags on the board, 5 or 6. I mean, for him to go all the way up to 27, NBK as well with a solid performance so far. Happy, of course, the linchpin of LDLC. He is the anchor.
And the really incredible thing is that the top fragger for NIP, just 1 below Kyoshima, is Mikelele at 26. You just get brought in to play in probably the most legendary team in Global Offensive. You have a lot of weight on your shoulders. You're playing in the grand finals and you come up with this performance. That is pretty convincing, if nothing else. All right. Now the second half of overtime is live. Dreamhack, make some noise!
And this is interesting. NIP, they're going for the aggression that worked so well for them in their CT half. Straight up, Forrest gets caught, however. NBK reacts in time, pulls the trigger, and takes his face off. And Mikelele not going to connect with that shot, despite the fact that he was blind. It is not going to go his way. And this is going to be now NIP battling back from a man disadvantage. I mean, Inferno, this is Inferno all over again. Oh.
This is such a strong start. That kind of running shot is perhaps uncomfortable if you're Forrest. Forrest has been one of the key difference makers here on the overpass map. And Happy just checking, as you see on the map there, he's checking, making sure no one from NIP is pushed up behind them. LDLC have been paranoid ever since the second round of this map that someone's going to be lurking behind them. They really don't ever want to lose a round to that again. It looks like they're going to end up at the A bomb site. NIP have convincingly demonstrated that the A bomb site is definitely a point in which you can make a breakthrough now. LDLC want to try it as well, and they have the Molotovs, almost identical strat coming in here from LDLC. They're copying point for point what NIP are doing. And look at that, they're running in clean. This is beautiful from the French team. This could definitely work out right now. NIP, can they get back in somehow? The bomb is gonna go down. It's a 4-on-5 retake. And they're wall banging through on Pyjamas. He's taking a lot of damage for it and is gonna have to fall back in place here. This is great work from LDLC.
And attention is right. There's the shot. Pyjamas only gets the leg on Smith this time around. Get Right, however, will come in and manage to pick up a kill on Kirishima. It's going to be Get Right just clearing this site, but this is going to be it. The crucial kills. Pyjamas steps in and brings it down, but he's only got 4 HP, and he's 1v2 with no time on the bomb. Lands the first shot on Happy, but NBK, all he has to do is sit around the angle, and he does just that. Perfect play at the end by NBK to clutch it for his team. And LDLC are now 1 round away from securing the title.
It feels almost ridiculous to see LDLC do the exact same strat as NIP, and NIP make the exact same mistake that LDLC made. They left the bomb site. They went out, and as soon as you do that, you get smoked out, you get flashed out, and getting back in is not as easy as it seems. It's almost deja vu just watching that. Now, 3 Molotovs back on LDLC. And I think we all about now, well, right about now, we know what that means here. So Forrest is down in the connector, and if he can pick up the first kill here, that will be big. He's waiting on Happy and Forrest. He does not come up, but then Get Right with a quick return. That's better than nothing, but still in favor of LDLC right now. Though Get Right will check this part of the map, and that's going to be a lot of information. Right now, NIP know exactly what's up, and if you look at Exist, he's running back with his knife out. They know this A push is coming. Good communication from NIP.
Oh, fantastic information here gained by Get Right. This is a genius play. Going for the gamble, and it pays off huge. Now NIP, they can set up the defense here on this A side, and LDLC could potentially get shredded trying to run in here. 3 solid players on the defense here for A. This is nearly uncrackable. It's going to take some huge mistakes from NIP for them to lose from this situation.
This time they're not leaving. They're staying put, NIP. They need the entry frags. They're going to get 1, and they keep trading it. It's a 2-1-2. Kirishima comes out on top. This is now a 1-on-2. Unless Get Right can clutch this situation, it'll be LDLC winning their first major championship title in an incredible fashion in overtime on the last map against NIP. This is all on Get Right. Might be the perfect man to have left here. Trying to walk in. Pacing himself. He's going to spot NBK first. He goes down. And LDLC, they pick it up. And look at that. They can hardly believe it. They're hugging each other, and it must be an unreal sensation. And the crowd will stand up and recognize LDLC in their performance.
Guys, make some noise for LDLC. How are you guys doing, man? Welcome to the stage, Ariel. What a final. That was amazing. That was incredible, these guys. God, we're going to do the prize giving ceremony. I'm out of breath. I don't know how you guys must be feeling. That was incredible, incredible Counter-Strike. Before we do the prize giving ceremony, I'm going to welcome onto the stage Grey Khan from Dreamhack and Christian from HyperX. Come on up, guys. Round of applause to these guys. They're the sponsors and the guys who have put on the tournament this weekend. If you guys just go over there for one moment, we're going to look at the second place first. Grey Khan, come on over. I would like to welcome to the stage its home favourites. You all love them, but unfortunately this time they've come second. $50,000 though. Ninjas in Pyjamas, come on up. Come on up, guys. We need to give you the second place. We line a round of applause for these guys. And here's your check for $50,000. Cool, thanks guys. Everyone got their pictures, that's awesome. Okay, we're gonna let them let them chill with the check for a bit. That's what I've just been told. Round of applause. Keep the applause going. Come on, let these guys know you appreciate them. Let's go. I've been hearing you chant all weekend for these boys. Let them know how much you care. Cheers, guys. Cheers, guys. Okay. And next up, your Dreamhack Winter 2014 champions. For the first time, L-D-L-C. Round of applause. Make some noise. Here they are coming round in front of all you guys. Keep the applause going. Congratulations, guys. Come up and line up. Keep the applause going. Keep making noise for these boys. They've played amazing. Don't touch the cup yet. Let's first, not yet. Let's first give you your check. Christian from HyperX, here we go. $100,000. That is an incredible amount of money. Congratulations. Here we go, they're gonna pose with the check. Round of applause for LDLC. Oh, they're even gonna put it up there. Okay, now Christian. Christian, do you wanna give them the cup? Go for it. Yeah, you can handle it, go for it. Okay, here guys, take the cup off of Christian from HyperX. And now you got both of them. $100,000 and a massive cup. Your Dreamhack Winter 2014 champions. Happy's kissing the cup. That was beautiful. And there's a bottle of champagne here. Who wants to open the bottle of champagne? Bottle of champagne. Who's good at opening bottles? Anybody? Here, manager. Here you go. Don't hit me in the head with it. Oh, Jesus Christ, peoples! I've got champagne in my eye. Okay, who's the MVP? Okay, guys. Guys, not only this, but we also have been voting, everyone online has been voting for the MVP of the tournament on hltv.org. They've all been voting for the MVP. And I can tell you, someone in my ear, I think, is going to tell me who the MVP is. MVP? Okay, the MVP is Forrest. So, round of applause for Forrest. I'm not sure where Forrest is now. I think he's gone off the stage. But, courtesy of Breadband's Bolagat internet, I believe, he is going to get a free PlayStation 4, which is awesome. And these guys are all hugging now, so that's awesome. Hugging around the cup, which is nice as well. So congratulations to Forrest for MVP. Congratulations to LDLC for winning the entire tournament. And I'm going to hand it up to the studio to analyze that amazing grand final. Sir Scoots, what a game.
Thank you very much, James. Again, amazing stuff. I got the overtime I wanted. We have a new champion, so now we've spread it out nicely. 4 top teams. LDLC goes from number 2 to probably, unarguably, your number 1 team on the rankings. Amazing stuff, and an amazing third map. Let's just talk about how crazy that was.
No, I mean, that map there, remember, NIP had 2 tournament points. They could have won, and the way they were playing, they always seemed to get the magical round when they needed it in the semi-finals, in the final. When it got to the 15-13, I thought actually they were going to do it somehow. I just thought somehow they're going to get that round, but LDLC stayed strong, and it was tense stuff. And then in the overtime, NIP got one of the rounds on their terrorist side. So you're thinking, okay, it's pretty hard to win a round on terrorist side of this map, especially when you've already got 3 to work with, and they just go and straight away win 2. And what's amazing is this whole map was decided by rounds in that A site. That small site was all this game came down to. And listen, I'll admit, a lot of it wasn't beautiful tactical execution. It was throw all the smokes you can, run in blind, and just whoever got the kills, basically. So it was very, very, very messy, but it was exciting.
Yeah, I agree with him. I honestly thought Nip was going to take it after at one point. Forrest scraped pistol round on the CT side to get the 3 headshots. That Great White 1v2 clutch on CD side. It just seemed like they were shutting them down on all fronts. But as Thorne said, those A hits were getting real grimy. Even NIP's Forrest was leading it by himself, picking out the site. Honestly, very awesome and surprising final to watch.
Yeah, again, like picture perfect. So I asked you before to kind of give me some of your top Counter-Strike finishes. Is this going to sit pretty close now up top there with you?
For CSGO especially.
Certainly number one for CSGO
For
so
CSGO,
far.
we've had good finals, but there's not been that many, especially not of this scale where the final map was like that. I mean, even the Cologne one, yeah, it was miraculous, all the rest of it, but it still was in regulation. You never really had the scenario like this where actually the team who lost had 2 championship points and they didn't get it. I don't know, here's the thing, right? Here's something that's well known actually, Scott. Whenever people do AMAs, people think like, oh, I'll pretend to be like totally objective and I won't say who my favorite team is. I've always said my favorite team was Titan and Very Games, the same core unit. So Smiths, MBK, Shocks, they were all in this team. And I remember watching them lose to Nip again and again. Then they made changes, they weren't even losing them. Now they were going losing to other people. They were down in 4th place. They were never going to be the champions, okay. Then they made this switch in 2013. They got Shocks into the lineup. Suddenly it started working. They started winning tournaments. They were winning like sort of 4 little tournaments in the lead up to Dreamhack Winter. I thought, wow, they're actually going to win a major. They're going to raise all the heartbreak, you know. But the majors, we all found out it was a new era. And IP couldn't win a major. They didn't win a major. It was new teams winning majors. It was a different type of game, you know. If you dominated the small CSGO scene, you had to change your game to win these big majors. It was a different ballpark, you know. So after seeing them go back and Titan again, and then they failed all the majors, after that they were never even getting out of the group stage, I never ever thought I'd see these players lift this trophy like this. And then they got good. They made the super team. I was like, wow, at last, they're going to do it. Then a team called Fnatic comes along, wins everything, beats them every time. It was like the same thing again, back to the Very Games days. So to actually see them win this title now, to get past Fnatic, to beat everyone, to even beat the old people who used to be up on them when they were in Nip and Very Games, it's actually like just astounding to me. It's one of the results I never thought I'd actually see in CS.
Yeah, and James has finally tracked down Forrest, so we're going to go back down to the floor right now for an interview with Forrest.
Okay. Thank you very much, Sir Scoot. I am here with Forrest. Commiserations, firstly, for what was a great final, but you came out in the 2nd place. How are you feeling, firstly?
Of course, I'm feeling a bit sad, but I also enjoy the game we played. It was one heck of a final the both team put out here, and I think we showed the audience some great Counter-Strike, and I'm happy with the performance our team stepped up to play today. And we can only improve from here. I mean, Michael has only been in the team for 3 weeks. We can only get stronger from here.
Yeah, I think it was a very impressive performance by you guys over the whole weekend. And online at hltv.org, the guys on there have been voting for the MVP of the weekend, and they chose you. They voted for you, which means, courtesy of Breadband's Bolliget, this PS4, turn around that way, there you go, that PS4 there, that's yours.
It's mine?
That's yours, take it, go for that.
Time for the taking, say.
How'd you feel?
Woohoo!
It's almost like you won.
PS4, huh? Look at me, I have a PS4 now. I'm happy.
Thank you very much. And yeah, man, I can't wait to see you guys play on as this 5 for many, many months to come. And years, maybe. Back to the studio, Sir Scoots.
Thank you very much, James, and consummate professional in Forrest. Even in defeat, very gracious. He's been down this road before. He's had amazing victories, but he's also had heartbreaking losses. And again, they'll bounce back. Obviously, like he said, like brand new 5th guy, made it again to a grand final. Not bad at all.
No, Nip had no right in being in this final. They were facing a super hot Hellraisers team. Then you had Virtus Pro, who looked polished. They looked fierce. They looked like they were going to close them out in 2-0. The miracles kept coming. They just didn't have the one last one at the end. They pushed a team who's now going to go down as one of the greatest ever. They pushed them really far. I think in the end, though, the story as far as like the overall tournament goes is if you think about what happened with LDLC against Fnatic, you think about the tournaments they lost in the past where they were strong and they just got decimated and they totally fell apart. the same thing started to happen at times. They started to choke a bit. But there's like a saying that like failure is the best teacher. And listen, I'm pretty sure they don't mind losing all those finals now because they won the one that really matters.
Yeah.
You can lose those 2 or 3. This is the one that like people will remember this for 6 months, a year. This is the big one.
And now James has got MBK, obviously one of the champions. Take it away, James.
As Sir Scoots just said then, you are one of the champions of Dreamhack Winter 2014. How does that sound to you when you hear that being said to you?
It's still unreal at the moment. I mean, we created this team 2 months ago. We had only one goal to win, and I don't know, we came from being eliminated yesterday to playing here in the final and winning the whole championship. I mean, it's just an unreal feeling at the moment.
Yeah, highs and lows, up and down, like an amazing, a weird 48 hours for you guys, as I was saying earlier. An amazing final as well. Like it wasn't just, you didn't just walk over these guys, it was so close. How does it feel to come out on top of such a close game?
Well, first of all, I'm extremely happy that both teams managed to play at their A level and to provide their best game. I think we had the edge on us too. We played really well there. Coming onto Inferno, they clearly prepared the map. They were clearly the better team. They just outplayed us from the beginning till the end. Overpass, we had a very bad T side. But coming into the city side, it was the last map of the year almost for us. Yeah. And we just had to give everything we have. We managed to take it to overtime. And coming from here, I don't know, we just gave our whole spirit. And
I've seen you guys out over here. Like when I came to, all weekend I've been trying to get interviews off with players, right? And they're like, yeah, okay, come in now. This guy could not wait to come and talk about his win then. He's like, I'm just going to spit out everything. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. Just like the champagne all over me. I never knew that champagne stung so much when it gets in your eyes, and now I do.
Well, yeah.
Next time, could you open it?
I mean, our manager is made for that. He's like making all the show, the ceremonies, things. But no, it's just an unreal feeling. We're just extremely happy to win here. We're also happy to play against NIP because they're an excellent team and they completely deserve to be here, especially after everything they went through.
Where now for LDLC? Where now? What? You're now world champions of Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Oh well, yeah. Where now? Where do you go now?
Well, I think we had an extremely busy month for the past like 5-6 weeks. Coming into the major, it was a really important thing for us. So now it's really time to take a holiday. There's some qualifications for like MLG or some important tournaments. So we're probably going to play a bit online, but
you can just rest happy, I think, for a little bit.
So we're going to rest happy, take good holidays, have a good Christmas, and come next year for the next majors if there's some.
Drink some champagne.
Yes.
Yeah, well, there's none left now. It's all over the floor. But man, congratulations, Nathan. Man, let's pass it back to Sir Scoots and everyone else on the panel.
Thank you again, James. And again, like MBK is one of my favorite players in this version of the game. I didn't pay much attention to him before that. He's very outspoken. He speaks his mind on Twitter. Obviously, I'm a big fan of that, and it's just so nice to see this team and him, especially in my mind, like take one home, right? Just very, very sweet to see. Final thoughts of you, Jordan, on the tournament and especially this grand final.
Well, I think it was excellent to see these two teams in the final. With everything that happened, it's good to remind ourselves and everyone watching that Counter-Strike is an awesome spectator sport, and this final was what it's all about. 3 maps, 2 good teams, both had the ability to win at multiple points, and like Nathan said, they both brought their A game. I was just excited to see that, it's not just the same people winning all the time. It's constantly changing. The storyline of CSGO is awesome. I'm excited to see what happens at the next major. I'm looking forward to beating some of these guys next weekend in Dallas. I think we're going to have a chance to play some of these teams. And overall, it's just exciting to be a part of. For me as a player, and I'm sure for you guys as analysts and commentators, it was exciting. And there's so many moments for me and Duncan talking on that overpass game where it's just like, they're going to lose right now. They didn't check that corner. They're going to win right now. How did he get blind? They're going to lose right now. Double kill. And it was just awesome to go back and forth and see that. Richard Zist playing big. Forrest getting a big pistol round. Freeberg and Get Right winning big late rounds. And then on the other side, Kiyoshima getting big entries. Shocks getting big entries. Nathan playing strong on defense. All across the board. It's almost hard for me to say like Forrest only deserves MVP. I saw a lot of MVP plays out of everybody. But it looks like Patrick will have some fun playing NHL on the PlayStation after this land.
And your final thoughts, my friend?
I mean, I thought that the real final was going to be that LDLC versus Fnatic game, but I think I have to edge it, maybe, Scoots, to this final, because this went really the distance, you know. This was an amazing final. I think, first of all, I have to say, Nip's run was legendary. Even if they didn't win, to come that close, and like I said, the first ever event with the new lineup, after all the problems they had with the old lineup, that's like a run you'll remember anyway. Even though they came second, we will remember that run. But this whole tournament was just the story of LDLC. So they had to get past Fnatic. Surely they were going to get beaten. And this time, even Crew, they get beaten in the 5th to 8th place. No, they got past them. They got to the final. They started to choke again. They did what they always do. The same demons came back, but this time they exercised them just at the last moment. They came through on the harder side of one of the hardest maps to win T-rounds on. And what a fashion to win in. And like you say, NBK, a guy who's been through the fire again and again and again, and now he's got the biggest title in the world at the biggest tournament ever.
Yeah, amazing stuff. Again, like, I'm just always so happy to be able to do this. It's like, wait, we get paid to hang out and watch some of the greatest Counter-Strike on the planet. Talk about it a little bit, but again, with fantastic tournament, fantastic games all weekend. Yes, absolutely. So that being said, it is time to say goodnight to everyone, or good morning if you're leaving, and goodbye. But before I do that, we've had tons of people I want to thank. Obviously, first and foremost, our core crew here. So downstairs on the casting desk, we had Anders and Semler from Room on Fire. They were joined by Tossbot and Fifloren. Great guys on that desk. Up here, obviously, you, my man, helping me anchor this thing all weekend. Thank you, thank you, thank you, as always.
Always my pleasure.
We obviously also had Fifloren up here. He double dipped. You joined us today. That was awesome, Jordan. Thank you much.
You for having me.
Your partner in crime, Sempus, joined us earlier in the weekend. That was also really cool. We tend to get all the love because we're the ones in front, but Nicholas and the entire Dreamhack production crew who live down below us, amazing group of people. You know, you're talking about 15, 20 people that really make this look easy,
all
right? Yeah, not bad at all, right? So big thank you to you, all those guys as well. Obviously, Dreamhack esports team. Awesome, great crew as well. The fans here in the building, great crew. Our sponsors, you know, we have HyperX, we had Rocat, and we had...
Red Bands Bolaget.
Perfect. He says it much better than me. I don't want to hack up anyone's sponsor. And then most importantly, I think, on top of those sponsors, are the fans. You guys are also a sponsor of these majors. You know, this $250,000 prize purse, thankfully, LDLC has taken home 100 grand of it. Comes from you guys. You buy the keys, you now then get involved in the sticker process and help these teams and support our scene in a very viral, very real way. So without you guys, none of this would be possible. So viewers at home, obviously all of the CS players, thank you, thank you, thank you. We will see you in the next major. We don't know when it is, but we'll see you then. Let's flash dance out, eh?